brighten up those already bright mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter, mornings at the cabin.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler and Ollie with you on this bright, crisp, mid-May morning. And by crisp, I mean kind of cold. A little frost out there still, heading into that long weekend. But you know what it's supposed to be on Monday for the last day of your camping excursion? Plus 17. Ooh. That's also too much.
Samba Day Territorial Park this weekend.
Yes.
I was looking last night. Into the 20s.
Into
All
the
weekend
20s.
long.
What is it with south of the lake? They're just so much warmer than us.
Yep.
It's because we've got this huge lake in between that's as cold as all get out.
Good. So we both posed and answered that question in the space of 7 seconds.
Absolutely. I do not want other people answering my questions. I already have the answers, and that's what makes me sound somewhat smart sometimes.
Remember last night at trivia when you appeared to begin playing word association with yourself?
With myself. Heat, the planet, Earth, Moon, the Sun. Yes, I do.
You were very good. You
I
didn't
was very
lose.
good. I didn't lose.
No.
And I also selected one of the multiple choice questions about 20 minutes in advance.
Oh, you guys are
But
so
that was
smug.
It was easy. It was five titles of movies, 4 of which starred Morgan Freeman, and one of them which didn't. You can kind of guess. Once you get to know the game, you can kind of guess what that question might be.
This is why I barely ever come to
But
trivia.
you contributed it so positively last night.
Yeah, I didn't become my usual miserable, self-dismissive self. but-
Curmudgeonly self.
Yeah.
Pettifogger.
Pettifogger, yes.
Seersucker.
We learned about those words.
Pettifogger is a disreputable lawyer. We pick seersucker, but I think that's like a financier. Disreputable financier. We'll talk about it more.
Mornings at the cabin, the podcast.
Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter with you on your Thursday morning. He just walked in, high sleeves rolled all the way up as if it was midsummer, but I'll tell you this much, it is late spring, and it's really cold. What are you doing?
Well, I'm letting my tattoo dry.
Oh,
My
that's right.
fresh
You
ink.
just like rolled it up there, giving it some air. It looks good.
Yeah, it just came in, gave it a wipe down in the cabin bathroom there.
Oh, I don't know if you want to do that.
No? I brought my own cloth.
Those are shared bathrooms.
They are.
And people do not know how to use bathrooms.
The water's fresh regardless.
That's true. The water is fresh.
Yeah.
But we do have that notice in there from the last couple of months saying, listen, leave the fan on if it's necessary. Let me tell you something. In those bathrooms, it's always necessary.
Yeah. The sooner we all buy into that,
Yeah,
I think the happier
better.
we'll all be in this building.
My goodness.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shared air in this building.
Yeah.
You gonna make an Instagram post about that, bud? It looks great. It's like, for those who weren't listening yesterday, he got a Raven Bart, which is from the first Simpsons Halloween special with the Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven.
That's right.
Yeah. You know what would have been scarier than nothing?
Anything.
Ollie gets it. He's looking at us because he understands. So you got that done yesterday at a certain tattoo shop, which we are in negotiations with. Now you got it at Cryosphere Tattoos.
Yes.
And it looks awesome. And it's pulling a string from your other tattoo. Bubba.
Yeah. And that's actually the part that's irritating me the most
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
It's very
So,
stingy.
Single solid line going into your inner arm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Same
just
with
the
mine.
tiniest thread.
Yeah. So, same with mine. Like on most of it's on my right shoulder is on like the real meaty part, but then like there's one of the strings from one of the masks goes into the soft skin,
right?
And that part actually hurt the most. It's only a very small part.
What on earth have you got on that shoulder? Sorry.
Don't worry about it. I've got theater masks on my right arm because I was a pretentious theater student, and I was like theater forever, and I still am. But I mean, like, I remember showing it to my voice teacher because we were when you do voice class, I don't know if you guys know this, you lay on your back, you lay on your side a lot, you do a lot of breathing, trying to find where your breath goes in your body.
Didn't know that.
And I couldn't lay on my right side. And I told her that. I was like, I got an injury. Can't lay on my right side. She's like, okay. And I came up to her at the end of class. I was like, this is why I couldn't. I rolled it up. She looked at it. She's like, you little like she called me like, so she was.
Why? Because she didn't like the tattoo?
No, she loved the tattoo. She just was like, oh, like now you can't roll, like you can't really be on your side.
You can't roll on your side.
What's part of it, man?
How are you
A week or two.
How are you supposed to talk and know where your breath is? I used to fall asleep in that class all the time because it was at 8:30 in the morning, and the first thing we would do is stretch and then lay on the ground and breathe.
That sounds lovely.
It is lovely, but
why
I
don't we
would
do
always
that
fall
here
asleep.
every morning?
Right? We should do that here.
Just lie on the cabin floor.
Yeah, I mean these mics will reach down there, right? Everybody all right?
That'd be a great way to start the morning.
How many tattoos is that for you now?
So that's only my third.
Only your third, and they're all Simpsons oriented.
All Simpsons, all in the same arm. All
You're
in a
gonna
little
fill up that whole
cluster
arm
there.
All right, I'm going to come up with your next one.
Are you?
I am.
I'll take design
I know you will.
suggestions
You
for sure.
will have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, might not
This
do
is-
it.
you're
It's not binding or anything.
Making it sound very threatening.
No. It'll be good. It'll be a
That's
good
just
one.
Jesse's way.
That's right. That's true. That's true. Most people think I'm very serious about everything, obviously, and that I mean, like when I say something kind of, I don't know,
Untoward.
untoward. That's true. That does happen.
So now we gotta figure out when you're gonna get your tattoo.
That's right. Well, when we do the video,
Well, yeah. When's that gonna be?
I don't know.
Well, we gotta figure it out.
I know.
I also think.
Well, this is gripping.
I know, buddy.
I also was thinking yesterday that we should. I know you're pretty set on the upper forearm.
I'm not
spot
putting
for
it
the
to a
cabin
vote.
logo. We got to
for
make
the
a poll.
No.
Why not?
No.
Come on.
Because it'll be my ass.
It'll be
every
no.
time. It'll be my ass. It's gonna win.
Regardless of the question,
It'll be
the answer will be
It's on
Jesse's
Jesse's ass.
Non-binding poll.
Non-binding poll.
As
Absolutely
they all will
non-binding.
be.
All right.
to
We
what
can
would
do
Throw
you,
it up there.
to what would you compare the U.S. president?
Jesse's ass.
Who
There's
would
a
you
match.
rather vote for in the 2019 federal election?
Cons, libs, Jesse's ass. I think that should be an option on every one of our polls.
Jesse's ass 2020.
We're gonna open it up.
What?
We're gonna open it up and dig deep in 2020. All right, you people.
Okay.
You took that the wrong way.
No, stop.
No, I meant every word I said. Okay, yeah, we can put that up as a poll.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those
Maybe you'll
listeners
get
who don't know, we are talking with this tattoo place to do a video.
Yes.
They've been very busy. We've been very busy, so we're trying to set this up. And one of the things about the video is that we're going to take a tour around the shop, see some of the art, see them doing some arts. But instead of like interrupting someone else's appointment, I was just like, you know what? I'll just get a tattoo and we can do a video of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
because
you
I don't
will-
care about my body anymore. No, it's not. That's not it. I've always actually wanted to get another one. I've just not done it.
Well, you got to take care of that ass. It's just getting ready for a strong presidential run.
Hey,
so. Sorry.
I do take care of my ass. All right.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
It's Thursday. I thought it was Friday this morning when I woke
It's the
up.
chair. What did I tell
It's
you
the
last
chair.
When I
night?
woke
It's
up
that
this
chair.
morning, I thought it was Friday, and I got really sad. Oh, I had a night terror last night. I want to
Did
tell you
you?
this before we get into the airline thing. I had a night
Right.
terror. Phoenix had to wake me up. She's like, "Are you all right?"
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, "What was I doing?" She's like, "You were screaming in your sleep."
Oh,
but
wow.
it was like that muffled screaming. So, and I remember in my dream that I was like, "Ah, ah, ah."
Right.
So in my sleep, I was probably like, "Ah, ah, ah." And anyway, it freaked her out. So that was the first time in a while that I had a night terror.
Do you remember what you were?
I was being
dreaming about?
chased or something. So someone was
okay.
in the house, and
Responsibility was
No, it was like a
chasing after
shadow
you.
was chasing me, which
Oh,
is
shadow.
friggin' ominous as all get out. So like now I'm like, oh, what's going on? What's
The shadow of expectation.
something? God,
Running after you.
Good Lord.
These are all things that if I said them, you would
Yeah.
have left the studio.
Well, he says them with a smile on his face and with that sneer of contempt.
That's how I get by.
That's right. That's right.
Nice smile, and I
Nice
can say whatever I
smiling
want.
face. God, you're terrible at this. So yeah, that happened last night. I remember that when I
Oh.
woke up. I was like, oh my God.
Did you wake up in a cold sweat?
No, I did wake up. No, it wasn't cold.
No.
It was very,
hot,
very warm. It's like a
steaming
hot,
sweat.
steamy sweat.
Oh, good.
Oh,
So
poor
anyway,
guy.
apparently something's about to fall on me.
Well, you seem like you're in a good mood.
I
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, when I talk about my emotional issues and I can just get them out there, I feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, that's, yeah,
That's how it should be.
kind of goes for all of us, right?
Anyway, Airline Duckery. Now, we found out this week that WestJet is going to be bought by Onyx Corporation, which just sounds like an evil Bond villain corporation. WestJet now owned by Onyx.
People have been waiting, holding their breath, waiting for you to talk about this.
With bated breath.
Yes.
With bated breath.
That's right.
But we found out today that Air Canada is going to be buying Air Transat. So that's another competitive airline that's being bought up by the biggest airline in Canada.
In talks to buy Air Transat. Hasn't
For
happened.
400, for how much? $500 million?
For about $500 million. Yeah,
Yeah.
there have been several different groups have approached Transat to buy them.
Yes.
They are recommending that
That
Air
they do.
Canada's bid is the best
Yes.
one. So, like, Transat is the bigger company.
Yes.
So Air Transat is like a part of that, but there's also like 25 different tour operators.
That's
There is
right.
a lot going on with
That's
that
right.
company. There's
Yeah.
hotel chain. There's all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I've used Air Transat to go to the Dominican, and it was like $1,600 for flights plus a week in the Dominican. So like Air Transat had some really good deals. I imagine most of those will disappear once Air Canada gets involved. They're probably just going for their fleet. It's like, I want your fleet of planes, so we're going to buy it up. I mean, you would hope that Air Canada would continue those relationships with those touring companies and with those hotels. That would be very nice. But yeah, WestJet now. I mean, is WestJet still going to be owned by the employees? Like, which
Well,
has
presumably
been
not to be owned by
exactly right. But that's been their like big like slogan. That's been their big ethic.
It's been their selling point, really.
Their big selling point. We're owners too, so we care. So I mean, yeah, being bought up by big corporations or combining two airlines that were in competition with each other is not really ever a good thing.
I bet you this: their credit card probably just got that much better.
What, the WestJet credit card?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I bet you're going to see a reduction in the miles you can get for purchasing things.
Well, I don't want to put money on that or anything.
Yeah. Well, what was one of the things that I think CBC released an article the other day saying, good news, even with this purchase, ticket prices are not going to go up in the north. And I just wrote ... yet. Like they haven't gone up in the days since this thing was announced, but give it time.
You think they're going to go up?
Yes, I do. Everything's going to go up.
Well,
everything has to.
But bear in mind, the North already has its own airline merger.
Yes,
First Air and Canadian North,
absolutely.
which are also merging,
Absolutely.
or working on that right now.
Yeah.
I believe that's still going through regulatory processes. But yeah, so that would be WestJet changing ownership, Air Transat changing ownership, and First Air and Canadian North potentially changing as well. So
there we go. And
I don't know what any of that means.
all the more room for Buffalo.
That's right. Buffalo's going to take over.
World domination begins now. Welcome
right.
to Flight Buffalo 003 from London to Toronto
That's
in
right.
a DC-3.
We've got a smooth 6.5 hour flight to Edmonton from Yellowknife today.
Stopping in Scotland,
River,
Iceland,
Fort Simpson,
Greenland.
Resolution.
Yeah.
If your seatbelt's broken, don't whine.
Don't worry about it. Just tie it up. Just tie it up.
As long as you stay in the aircraft, it's fine, right? I mean, really, the seatbelt?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
really.
right. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I imagine there's going to be some pros and cons to all of this, but yeah, big companies buying up other big companies, and a single company buying up a huge company that was owned by shareholders.
So exciting.
It's not usually a good thing.
Oh, it's not a good thing.
It's not usually a
I
good
keep
thing.
wanting it to be a good thing.
And Onyx, Air Canada, both owned by Disney. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Some big company wants to buy up Cabin Radio.
The Chinese.
Yeah, right. They're going to have to compete with the
Waiting for-
Chinese. We're already owned by the Chinese, so it's fine.
Yeah, not for sale now.
Yeah. Well, pardon me. This morning's show brought to you by the great and glorious leader of China.
And
Madonna-
Huawei.
And Huawei. We're not watching, but just in case, we'll keep an eye on it.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
Summer Dave is joining us. What's going on, man?
Not much. You know what? Thanks for having me. Although I
Absolutely.
think I kind of invited myself.
You
but,
did.
Who
You
cares?
just kind of showed up.
Yeah.
And now we're forced to
Yeah.
adapt to this.
But no, things are going great. Actually, I'm happy to be on Mornings at the Cabin.
Yeah,
It's
thank
been
you.
a dream of mine.
It's a dream.
Yes.
Dream come
Wow.
true.
Good Lord, a dream come true.
Life
This is-
goals. No,
You're
I
a Make-A-Wish kid.
Enjoy the show. I try and check it out when I can, and occasionally you guys are funny. Every now and then I
Once in
laugh.
a while.
That's a
That's pretty
slogan
good,
right now.
yeah.
We got to put that in the liners. Like, occasionally, you guys are funny.
You know, we go for a serious morning show, but every
right.
once in a while, a little joke slips through.
Yeah,
and-
we discuss serious issues here.
Yeah,
we,
for
we
sure.
Have, we have to reevaluate what we're trying to accomplish here.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Constant updates, man. Constant.
Constant.
We got to learn.
that's right.
So at the trade show this weekend, of course, one of the big parts of the trade show is walking around to all the businesses and entering those draws, of which I won nothing again
me
this
neither.
year.
Not a thing?
Yeah.
I've never heard of anyone winning anything, but that is about to change because Dave, you had a wonderful idea for our draw. You printed out some papers with a bunch of bands. You had to fill in the blanks. Now, was the entry only good if they filled out the whole thing?
Nah.
Oh, okay, good.
Nah, I'm pretty generous.
Yeah.
You know what? I really just wanted an excuse for people to come and talk to me about classic rock. That's what
Absolutely.
I love to do. So, if they got one or two, and I'd probably give them a few hints. And
All right.
I might say things like, that guy, his name rhymes with Saab Fieger. So I was kind of running out of hints, so it was like, and then finally I'd be like, it's Bob Seger.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Your pun hints were incredible.
Oh, thank you.
As an esteemed punster myself.
An example, if you please.
What you had a couple good ones. They're all escaping me now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up.
Well, the Guess Who one, which was one that stumped a lot of people. Actually, the first time I looked at it the day before the trade show, I was just like, "Oh, I'm not sure if I know who that is." And then I saw Burton's mustache. I was like, "Oh, wait." Okay.
Well, you should have used a picture of Burton before the mustache, and people would be like, "Who the hell is that?"
Yeah, and
yeah, I think a lot of people are like, guess who that is?
yeah,
Right?
Not really.
It's all right.
Not really a pun at all. But that's fine. But what you did is that you took all those entries, you put them in a box, and we're going to give away a few prizes. We got 3 T-shirts to give away, so we're going to draw 3 different ones, and we will judge you based on how many of these bands that you got right. So let's draw one.
Is it time? Let's draw one. All right.
do it.
I'm going to dig to the bottom here.
There we go. We got one.
All right.
How many do
we
you get?
have Darwin Shalafu.
hey,
Darwin! All right. You get a T-shirt of your choice from our stock.
All right,
And he got
Darwin
one. The
answered
Beatles.
They did name one correct.
They get one correct.
So, yeah,
well done, Darwin.
All right. Yeah, you won yourself a T-shirt.
Now,
T-shirt
you know
be in
what?
touch
For
with.
that, you get a koozie. You don't even get a full T-shirt. Now you get a T-shirt.
All right.
We'll get in touch, Darwin.
Let's try another.
Let's go again.
All right. Let's, all
Hopefully
right.
a little more filled out.
This one is Kelly McLaughlin.
Kelly McLaughlin. Friend of the show.
Hey.
Friend of the show.
And look at that.
Got them all?
Looks
Are they
like
all right?
They look all to be
I
correct.
see one incorrect.
Oh, which one is it?
Wait a
the
second.
Saab Fieger.
Oh, Joe
what-
Cocker.
Joe
that's
Cocker.
close.
That's not close.
He's like British Bob Seger.
It's not a
No,
bad guess.
no. Bob Seger's American. He'd be the American Joe Cocker.
All right, fair enough. Anyway,
All right, so we
Kelly
got
won a
Kelly
prize.
McLaughlin, and
All right.
let's do the third one. The
Let's,
third T-shirt for our draw from the trade show.
Drum roll, please. We have Tim M.
Tim M.
Yeah, I think I know who this is.
All right. Did he not even give his full
He
name?
answered.
We got a
can't-
phone number,
Okay,
which I think
well,
I can make out.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, I really gotta make this up.
He did name 3 correctly. So
Oh my goodness.
good job, Tim.
That's all right.
Good job, Tim.
You did better than Darwin.
He's in a hurry.
All told, all 3 of those, we didn't get all of them right.
No.
In 3 entries.
Do you know if anyone did all on their own when you were there? Was there anyone who was like, "Oh yeah, boop 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 boop, done and done"?
Yeah,
no, I
me.
think. Did you get them all?
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
Well, I mean, I got them all too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Ollie claims he only got 6. I don't believe that, but
Yeah, well.
I know Shannon said she got 10. So
Yeah, well, Shannon's very good.
I know. So if I stumped Shannon, there was one gentleman I know he got 11 on his own.
Yeah.
And it was pretty impressive. And this guy was telling me about all the concerts he's seen, the Rolling Stones, the Who, and I was just like, oh, this guy's awesome.
Yeah. There was my favorite was a gentleman came by and I was telling someone else about the Dad Rock quiz and he just kind of overheard in passing and like stopped turning around and he's like looks at the picture, he's like, too easy. grabs the pen, hunkers down in the cabin chair, starts going at it, and so I continued talking to this other lady, and I think like maybe 10, 15 minutes later, I look over at him. He's still there, and he's just kind of
like,
his enthusiasm is just drained from his face. It's like, how you doing over there? He's like, that's so good. Don't even have half of them.
He wanted it so bad. too.
He was so sure going in. I mean, confidence is half of it.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Confidence is half the battle,
Yeah.
really. I mean,
That
fake it till you make it.
That's right. I carried him through half of the quiz, and then his momentum just plummeted after that.
Wonderful. Well, awesome. Darwin Shalafu,
Tim
M,
Kelly
and Kelly McLaughlin. We will give you guys a call. You can come down, pick out your T-shirt. Congratulations to you guys. Thank you so much for entering and coming by the booth and letting us know just how much you love us.
And thank you, Summer
Yeah.
Day, for
Yeah,
putting that
that was
together.
my-
Absolutely,
my
man. That was
pleasure.
great.
My pleasure.
And thanks for coming by.
Absolutely.
I don't have any classic rock lined up right now.
We
I've
can
got
plug
Cake.
Dad
You're not
Rock.
going to play Scatman
for
again.
tonight.
I
are you?
might play Scatman again.
I think one round of Scatman is enough for the folks this morning.
suppose.
But I mean, you're in charge.
Yeah.
Dad Rock tonight.
Dad Rock tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dad Rock
that's
tonight.
right.
What's coming up on the show tonight?
Tonight at 6 p.m. We recorded last night. I had local musician Brian Weddick in.
Baby
And,
Brian.
Baby Brian, yeah, he's got a show coming up next Friday at NAC, so he was plugging that, and he just came in. We were playing his favorite classic rock growing up, and just a little side of outlaw country in there too. So
Nice.
Oh, lovely.
I think it's going to be a good show. I found me and Brian one of those guys we could just talk for hours about
Yeah,
classic
very
rock,
cool.
and I think most of the best stuff didn't even make the show, but I think it's pretty good. So.
That seems counterintuitive.
It was just like we'd be chatting, like, oh, we should have been recording that. But anyway.
Oh, okay. That's good, though. Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Catch that tonight.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
This season of Game of Thrones has proved pretty contentious. Kind of, a lot of people I talk to really love it.
Yeah.
A lot of people I talk to really, really hate it. And that seems to be the overarching kind of feeling on the internet, is that people are like, this season is a dumpster fire. The writing's been terrible. And I mean, there are some things. Yes. 7 episodes last season, 6 episodes this season. You're trying to cram in as much as you possibly can, whereas every other season is 10 episodes. It was kind of drawn out. And then there was word that HBO offered Benioff and Weiss 10 episodes for season 8, and they turned it down. I think that had more to do with, not that they wanted to get onto other things, but more to do with the, like, being offered 6 episodes or 10 episodes, but the same budget.
Right.
So if you want to make those huge battles, you need that budget, right? So I don't have as many problems with this season as other people do. But yeah, the last few episodes have been going down ratings wise. Last episode being the lowest rated in the show's history. So in response
New
to
record?
that,
Wow.
in response to that, a petition urging HBO to remake season 8 with competent writers has reached 400,000 people. That, I mean, okay. I kind of get it. Like, a lot of those people are probably just, yeah, I'm going to sign this. That's silly. And some people are actually serious. And like the amount of kind of entitlement that takes, that you think because you don't enjoy something that they should spend hundreds of millions of dollars to remake it for you because you just can't. It's my favorite show. It's the whiniest thing ever.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate it.
So, did you say 400,000 had signed it?
Yes.
Good Lord.
Yeah. 400,000 people have signed a petition. It's hard to get that many people to sign a petition for like clean drinking water. But no, Game of Thrones season 8, let's remake it. HBO, for goodness sake. Other people, like I've seen on my Facebook feed from friends of mine that are saying that they should never work again. Like, these guys should be fired and never work again. Their career should be over, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, shut up. It is a TV show, and it's a great TV show. Don't get me wrong. There are parts where I'm just like, I'm kind of disappointed because the first 5 seasons were so excellent, so good. And the last few seasons have been, since they've left the books, have been a little muddled at times.
Right.
But I mean, it's a TV show.
It's a TV show.
It's entertainment. That's what it is.
It doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
But
people take it so seriously. Yeah. And I mean, like, we all have a good laugh at, the memes we see about it. The other one, the one the other day with the horse, where it was, drawn in stages from season 1 to 4.
Yeah. Season 8 is just like a kid's drawing.
Yeah. Like, that's funny.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're not enjoying it, that is absolutely your right to, like, say that you're not enjoying it, and here's why. But to like, put actual energy and thought into creating a petition. Yeah. And this is, I think this might be the problem with petitions now. They're just too easy. They're so disposable.
Yeah, that's right.
That you would actually create one, and not only create one, but put it out there and actually have 400,000 people react to it. Rather than doing something constructive with their day.
Oh, we sound old.
Oh,
we sound like old people. But I mean, I kind of get it, but it's on change.org. That's where the petition is. It's on change.org. Yeah. And if you've ever filled out a petition on change.org, you know that you get like emails after that saying, can you help with this petition? Help with this petition. And all of these petitions are like, how about clean drinking water for children in Africa? How about a step closer to the cure for this disease? How about mosquito nets to prevent malaria, the spread of malaria? How about like not allowing slave labor for Beyonce's clothes? Look it up. But then it's just like, Game of Thrones season 8 should be rewritten and redone. Let's get all the actors back for another season. Sorry guys. A bunch of people on the internet want us to remake this.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
we're gonna have to do it.
I guarantee that half the people, at least, that signed that petition, that are going to be getting those follow-up emails from change.org about those, like,
and I hope they feel bad.
Things.
I hope they feel bad that they filled out that petition and now they're getting real petitions about real things.
No, they probably don't feel bad. They're clicking unsubscribe because they're like, change.org is just, they just harass you after you sign one thing.
Here's the thing, though, like, and all these complaints, even on Reddit, where Reddit usually has like well-researched things for the most part.
It can.
I haven't seen a better ending that anyone's been like, it should have been this.
Right.
It should have been this. It's just people complaining that it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's not a better ending that anyone could have come up with. And what's happening now, what happened in the last episode, is what's going to happen in the books. And everyone's like, since they left the books were so much better, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is what's going to happen in the books. This is what George R. R. Martin said was going to happen in the books to Benioff and Weiss, and that's why they have it.
Yeah.
Is it truncated? Is there some jumping around? Are there some plot holes to be filled? Yeah, absolutely. Because it's a TV show. And also you have to service the fans. So you have to feature certain characters more than others. That's why Braun is in this season, and he hasn't done anything.
Well, he did one thing.
Yeah, he did one thing. He made a threat, and he
He
did that thing where he's got his jaw way out, so he way he talks, he has to smile, like he has to put up a big smile. Don't women are crazy, that kind of thing. that guy, like Braun's great, but I mean, he serves no purpose in this season, but he's there because fans like him.
Yeah,
right.
So this is, I mean, the beauty about the
try
internet.
to balance an entire show, a beloved show, and then service all the fans at the same time.
Yeah,
Good luck.
I mean, it's impossible.
It is.
This is the beauty of the internet nowadays, though, and has been for at least the last decade, is that fan fiction is a huge thing. So
Absolutely.
if you have a problem with how the series has ended, don't
Rewrite
be
it.
ridiculous
Write it
and
yourself.
start a petition for something that's never going to happen.
Write it yourself.
Write it yourself and
not just,
enjoy.
And not just fan fiction. Let's see some slash fiction, Game of Thrones. There's got to be some slash fiction out there.
Wait, what's slash fiction?
Oh, that's like romantic and erotic fiction for like known characters and stuff.
I mean,
there's got to be on it.
Yes. That's, Game of Thrones is already very much.
Oh, no, but this is even harder.
Okay.
Let's see some of that.
I want to host, because we've well established that I am the worst Game of Thrones fan in the history of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I want to host after the finale airs, I want to host a podcast where we invite all of the local Game of Thrones fans from the Yellowknife and the North and have people on and just let them air their grievances.
Yeah.
And
I think that's a great idea.
And I will moderate it and anger them even further.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a lot of fun.
I think that sounds like a great idea. If anyone wants to be a part of that podcast, let us know.
Get in touch.
Send a message. Mailbox at cabinradio.ca, 867-675-0100. If you just want to rant about it.
Absolutely.
Or send us a message on Facebook.
We'll
do that. We'll do that.
Yeah.
How come there's so many Dothraki left? Who cares?
Well, that's a good question.
Well, that is a good question. Considering that one is kind of that one is a bit of a bugaboo, considering like they all charged into that, and then we all saw that wicked shot of all their flames dying out.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen that episode, that's 4 weeks ago. So sorry.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.